Hey, I am super stoked to walk through a project that I've been working on. I've helped build. It is Fiction Software, LLC, or Fiction Software. If we just go to the website, and I'll paste that in the chat here if you want to come check it out as well. Super excited. Super cool website that I got to help build. And we're just kind of exploring it, walking through it. I got to build pieces of it. I'll of course show you those pieces. I Yeah, the demo is super cool, super fun to see some of the stuff I helped build like actually show up there. Yeah, really rewarding. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in. I already signed up. I already have an account. You can, if you're interested and you're an author or you're creative and you like to write stories, this is totally for you. I uh, Basically, this is a great tool to help you manage your story, right? Like if you have ever written a I mean, if you're interested in writing a novel, or if you've thought about writing a novel, like keeping a lot of the direction of where you're going is hard to keep straight. What this isn't is it is not Word. It's not to replace Word or Google Docs. This doesn't even touch that realm. This is for the planning part, like to help you really visualize what you want to do with a story. Um, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to go through and build out. I do a lot of D&D, and so I'm going to go through like building a D&D, rebuilding a D&D campaign that I actually um, did with a group, and I think it'd be super cool to actually get it down on paper. So I'm actually going to start from like complete scratch. Um, so if we go ahead and click on new project, it'll take us to this page and we can name it. This is going to be the journey among the Bevian Mountains. Synopsis. Our heroes are like, now this is a story that's meant to be for like brand new. So these people have just entered into this land that they've never before been to. They've heard stories that there's like some work for heroes in this land, and so that's what drew them here. And yeah, so that's kind of the beginning of our story. Our heroes are drawn into this land, and because it's not because D&D is primarily role play, and it can literally go anywhere. I think I'm gonna just our synopsis will be more of a beginning, to the story. So our heroes, I'll say our likely heroes, begin their adventure together to this new land in search for some amazing um, uh, for yeah, like amazing experience, yeah, as hero work, right? My wife walked in and she's probably like, are you talking to? um I'm just live streaming right now, just kind of showing off this.
And everybody's disappointed now because they know you're married.
Huh?
So all the girls are disappointed now because they know you're married.
Oh, there's only like one person watching.
Just kidding.
They can hear you.
I know.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Just as long as you know.
I am well aware that everybody can hear everything what I say.
It's because my mic is just so strong.
Because you were so
I
good at
am
picking out equipment.
No, that's a bad choice. I think if I could have a better mic, but
Oh, so you mean
let's go ahead and do a character outline. Or yeah, let's do some characters. So we had a Fennec kind of fox who's actually a god. I'm rebuilding the Journey Among the Bevian Mountains.
Cool.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember the magical fox, man.
The magical fox, man. He was like hood in a hoodie. So Fennec fox in a hoodie is kind of what I'm. If I can find something like that. Of course, that's gonna bring up some of this stuff. Not on. See, this is the thing with Google. You can't ever like. And I guess I should be careful what I Google on live stream in case it pulls up something I
like
shouldn't.
A teacher. Never Google stuff so the entire class can see it.
But I need like a wise looking fox. Yes. Let's do this guy. Save it to desktop and we'll call it Fen. I was really good with names. Fen. He's like a level 20. No, he's actually not level 20. He's actually a god. So he's just. You just can't touch him. So this is Fen. And we'll do Fen. Save the image. So this tool, I think I'm just super excited to DM with having this tool. Fen is like timeless. So I think if I can get infinity. Option 5 is how I do that. Option 5. Hey, there we go. Oh, bummer. We'll just put 0 because he has no age. And then we can click on these custom attributes here. Can add tags. I forget what God of Chaos. Let me try that again. But I think we can even edit this board if we wanted to. So we have age, primary motivation. This would be great, actually. We have a description on the back. Key. Let's see. We'll drag this here. No, I think description's got to be bigger. It's going to take up all that space. So key weaknesses. His strengths are pretty much everything. I don't know if I need. I don't really need the age attribute. I think primary motivation and key weaknesses could be on the front. And then back here we can do key strengths and description. Awesome. So primary motivation. Wants to find the dwarven people. I didn't know dwarven wasn't a word. People and kill them. Why is that? Want to find the dwarves. We can just do that. We can just to kill the dwarves. The dwarves. Key weaknesses. I don't know if he has easily manipulated by other gods. Key strengths. I mean, this is like everything. Ooh, this is a good one. This is like a key strength. He alters the genetic make of creatures around him. And then description. So Fen was, or Fen is a god of chaos. His memory was wiped by Thor and I forget the Sea Witch's name. And the Sea Witch gods. His memory is wiped by Thor and the Sea Witch gods. He decided to he believes that the dwarves killed Why did the dwarves?
Lava god.
Yeah, but the dwarves, what the dwarves did is that they were trying to steal crystals from the forest, or they were stealing crystals from the forest, and the ice giants didn't like it, so they tried to basically take over the dwarves' mountain, and the dwarves dug down, releasing the lava god. I forget his name, starts with a K, and his minions came and just completely wrecked the forest. Were the ones who destroyed the forest. And wants to enslave / kill them to punish them. Awesome. So we have Fen. Wants to kill the dwarves. We also have let's go to our we have artifacts. Like, think of that in D&D. Like, you have all these awesome things that everything revolves around. So one of these things that it's actually funny because it's actually a sword that I came up with, and it's called the something of Shroud. I can't remember. It's been a bit since I ran this campaign. Collections, browse. Where's my creations? I knew it was around here somewhere. The Rapier of Shar. Shar. But even more, I think I could probably just do this. If I went to do kind of have myself a link there. Cool. Save that. And I think that would be awesome. So we have our artifact and then settings. What is the first place? It's Foothills. It's kind of like the first. I love that. That's cool. A lot more Foothills. Let's say large yellow foothills. Get flowers. Alright, guess get rid of yellow. It's amazing with time. I have all of these, but like I swear I probably Googled the exact same thing like a year ago and got completely different results. Let's just get rid of large, I guess. How about, if I can't find any, how about Norway? Oh, that's just sad. I can't even Google foothills anymore. Just give me like an image of. Okay, I'm gonna go back to D&D Beyond because I think I still have the campaign. Yes, I do. Hey, that's what I was looking for right there. I will take that. Actually, yeah, that's perfect. And then we will upload that. And then I think I have. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember names. So this is. Um, so they're looking for the town of Svedala, but this is not that. Svedala is actually underground. This is the Owl City. At least the Owl City's hidden in the foothills. Invisible. What would this be? Location. We can change it to something else. You can add a hostile. Oh, the City of the Night Owls. That's what it was. Primarily in the city, you see humanoid creatures and very few humans. The city is invisible initially, but as you enter a certain outskirt, all of the town is visible. Run completely by Fen. Beautiful. So in chapters, I would run these like session 1, right? Our heroes are met slash saved by Fen, or a what is that called? It's not a search party. It's more of like routine guard. Routine perimeter check by Fen, or a routine perimeter check by the city's guard. Also, we could do we could also say that there are so they have a certain possible nightly attacks for every night stayed outside the city. We can add Fen to this. The artifact we won't add in this particular one, but we could add other characters that they would be introduced to. And we could even add this city to this chapter, which makes this super nice. Like, okay, like, who am I? Like, what are we doing in session 1 kind of thing. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. So we have our session 1 ideas kind of, we have a relationships of, we could talk about like gods. We could build our whole gods in realm, and yeah, you just talk about how they're all related, right? And we can add all of those and just talk about what, you know, who they're interacting with. Storyboards, create a new one. Could have session ideas here. We could get a little more specific. We could do let's actually go back here. So we could say session 1 ideas. So we could have a lonely traveler makes his way to the lonely traveler makes his way to the through the hero's camp. He carries a mysterious sword in his bag. It's super cool to have built. This is the one I was working on. It's so cool to have this built and like, just this is it. I did this. So cool. Also, I didn't mention this, but I also built out the chapter outlining. So cool. And then the timelines. This is great. Story arc. Like, this is super what's happening regardless. This is great because what I can do here is I can go to the story arc, and this is like for D&D. I can like say, okay, for this setting here, like this is what's going to be happening for the next week, right? So I could say like search party. Oh, this is actually super key. Black bandit um, sells goods to local port. Black Bandit, what would we call this? We can call this Black Bandit's market. So this would start on day like 3 and on day 5. And then I could add that as a character. So then we could also have to group our settings, I want to right, because this is my City of the Night Owls, create event, testing. I'm just seeing. Oh yeah, I can't create an event because I already have an event. So if I wanted to do this, I could just add another, I think. What would this be called? Oh, what am I doing? City? So I guess I would need another setting. If I go to my settings, add a new one, we could call this the port. Or we could call this Black Bandits shop. And save that. Shop of everything. Knickknacks. Just like that. I will borrow that. Upload that image. I will resize that. It's better. Did I spell thief wrong? we went back to our timeline. We could add a setting. And we can add an event here. Sells goods to what is this? Purchases goods. And this would start on day like 2 and then come back. And then we've changed this because we could say this wouldn't be that anymore. The City of the Night Owls would have all of this stuff going on. Specifically, this is always going to have training. Combat training. They're ready. They're getting ready for war. We can just keep extending it later, but and we could just add all of these settings, you know, different stories that are happening in the City of the Night Owls. And we can just create a new label for every other city that's going on. We can just have a timeline, and then we can just see a bird's eye view of what's going on as day passes, you know. Super cool. Anyway, super fun. I am gonna hop off, but I have super enjoyed this.